For those of you who want to participate in the Micah Yo Show, please head on over to the Strategy Talk room. We're going to operate inside of there today so that we can leave the main feed open to traders who are still actively looking to capitalize on the market. Thanks, guys. What's up, everybody? We have a lot to talk about. Been quite some time since we had a Micah Yo Show. We've been doing a little bit of everything. Daily chats, but not recorded. So I want to get something up on YouTube for the community. Opro, Shakamiya, Drunk Stocks, Punch Drunk, CH Doyle, Zachem, MRH. What's up, everybody? Okay, right here, FTFT. We all know that FTFT is in play today, obviously. FTFT, we also had BKTX. I called an awesome short on that. I had a 1052 target. You can scroll back pre-market and see that. GOG, you guys know that I had an area that I was interested in for the short side at 332. And man, this one really squeezed me, but I made it out alive. And with a pretty great profit too. Yeah, GOG was crazy. FTFT, man, this is the one that I'm really proud of. So I'm going to talk about some of my weaknesses. JSpec says, yo, brother, listening, but from main chat room. All good. VS Faith, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. Holy crap, there's a lot of you here. Thank you all for tuning in to the Micah Yo Show. We've been on fire, man. Yeah, I don't say that often, but I'm really loving the state of the market right now, especially for April. You guys know that statistically speaking, we usually have a large influx of volume and range volatility towards the end of the year into the beginning of the year, and then we have a pullback, if you will, and everybody dreads the not so much spring, a little bit, but the summer months, because it gets pretty lackluster out there. So we definitely are happy, no matter if you're a bull, if you're a bear, short-term, day trading, scalping, whatever, swing trading, position trading, whatever you're looking to capitalize on, everyone loves good volume, good range, and action. So I think that it's well received, and I can't wait for more, to be honest. GOG breaking down here. I still think it's going under 3, but we'll see. It's at 3:37 right now. The time of this recording, 10:34 a.m. Chi-town time. FTFT. Do I think it's done? FTFT is at 250 right now. No, I don't. I don't think it's done until $3 area. That's what I think. I do not believe that FTFT is done. Remster says, great call on VKTX this morning. Too bad I was in GOG at the time. Great fade. Thank you, Remster. VKTX was really easy short, okay? Easy. What do I mean by easy? Is trading easy? Hell no, it isn't. But when you're trading your respective bias, be it long, be it short, there are going to be trades where you are riding in the direction of the wave or when you're fighting the current, okay? Shorting things like FTFT is
right now, right, Dave?
swimming against the current, okay? I don't care what your approach was today on the short side. If you're an experienced short seller, you know that there are easier trades than shorting FTFT. Can you make money on FTFT short today? Yeah, of course. We had some great pops. I see a successful VWAP test. I see a couple areas that are pretty low probability, to be honest, in my opinion. Now, like I always say, I want to preface this with, I'm not a professional trader. I'm not a millionaire trader. Okay, I'm not the best trader out there. My way is not the right way. It's just my way, right? So when we talk on the Micah Yo Show, this is just my opinion. It's not gospel, okay? So I'm learning new things every day as well as you guys.
There you go.
And
hang on to it.
This is my opinion. I think that FTFT was swimming against the current if you were shorting. I think that there's much more, there's a much higher affinity to success being long, okay? And I think that there is a great area of short interest around $3, but before then, you're really just taking these micro moves, trying to play hot potato, looking to capitalize on a quick 10, 15, maybe 20 cent pop, and then you know, hopefully you don't get steamrolled. Hopefully you don't get squeezed. But why? Why deal with the stress? You know, why not wait for confirmation and wait for it to break down? Techie Trader says, I'm going to work. Have a great day at work, man. FTFT, I'm telling you guys, take it from someone that's been steamrolled more times than I can count, okay, on the short side. I just tweeted out that stocks like FTFT at one point were my biggest weakness. Stocks like VKTX that are obviously backside, you know, popping into some hard resistance, really not, really not a ton of risk on these trades from a volume standpoint.
I think shorts are getting tired right here. Spot right here.
That's just a whole lot easier.
FTFT,
Look at FTFT, it's squeezing now. The high is currently 278. We just squeezed from 250 to 270. And I think we see new high of day. Okay, why not? Why not? Why not roast the people who are stuck that shorted around high of day, previous high of day in the morning on that opening spike? The stock faded, it came up again, they shorted it. Now watch them get squeezed. Very, very poor trading style, in my opinion.
They're trying to short these guys.
Shorting into these areas of soft resistance, hoping to catch a quick move. There's a great chance they're going to get squeezed to new high of day.
Here it is. Here it is.
It's a great chance. And I would look for
$3, $4.
Resistance around $3. I would not hold this area at 278 accountable to fade the stock. I would not. That's just me. So guys, please, we haven't been on for a while. Ask me questions. I know I've been answering questions all day, every day inside the room, but if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. And we can help some people in the community on Twitter who are not inside Matt Has Money, and they could see a little bit of how things work here. And if you guys have anything to say, they'll see that as well. So
like that, apples?
Feel free, guys.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
FTFT, I can't wait. I mean, I'm telling you, I can't see the future. I don't know if the stock is going to squeeze, but it's likely. It's very likely.
Oh, 65 right there, Dave.
There it is, new high of day.
You either take it or don't take it here. Or put your breakdown lower. It's up to you. That choice is yours to make. That's
J-Spec says, big cat plays, brother. Yeah, what's up, Kevin? Kevin's been interested in my my large cap analysis. I'm starting to expand a little bit outside of small cap land and into the larger priced stocks. And that's because, you know, I'm really trying to expand my horizons. You know, I can't tell you how many times small cap land has been dead after 11 a.m. or whatever it is, and there's a ton of other stuff moving. And for those of you who play both inside small cap land and outside small cap land, you know that you can't have the same approach. I don't have the same approach on stocks that are $2 versus $8. My approach on stocks that are $8 are not the same as stocks that are $40. So there's a lot of conditioning to be had on
one person. It only takes one
higher price stocks, and for good reason. And that's something that I'm looking to capitalize on. And we've had a lot of fun doing that. Been trading a lot of Netflix and Tesla, and it's very interesting to see how things move when they're not total scams. It's a totally different ballgame. Bremster, is your sequencing based on pivot points and fibs? No, I do not use pivot points. Pivot points is a very rudimentary form of analysis, in my opinion. I am using Fibonacci. That's really advanced. The thing about Fibonacci is you're never quite done with it, I feel. There's this like proverbial rabbit hole that just is seemingly endless. You know, you start to go down the rabbit hole and you find that it breaks off into 10 different tunnels, and then those break off into 20 different tunnels, and those break off into 30 different tunnels, and it's very interesting and complicated, and I love it. I love it because you're never done with it. I find a lot of exciting stuff on the fibs. Every week or two, I expand a little bit more, and I revise, and I love it. As you guys know, I've been really working on the short squeeze method. That has been very exciting shit. ATAI yesterday on April 10th and FTFT today on April 11th. You know, you guys saw it live. I also tweeted it out. It's also in the room if you guys want to scroll back and look. And I basically just said at 8:41 Chicago time, I said, just step out of the way on FTFT because it has a very high chance of squeezing. Now, that was long before it squeezed, okay, and it's still squeezing. Well, how did I know that? Well, that's Fibonacci analysis. You know, Fibonacci will tell me with a great deal of accuracy where not to be if I'm shorting. So that's what I base my approach on. So over the years of studying Fibonacci in depth, very, very, very deep Fibonacci analysis, I don't use retracements and extensions. I'm manually calculating my extensions and retracements based upon price movement, volume, float, a lot of different factors. And I created a system that I have dubbed price sequencing. So for those that keep asking me about my system, my price sequencing system that you guys have seen me call so many tops and bottoms and areas of interest that happen to play out really well and accurately. I think of the market as more of an ocean of price. It's basically a universe of price. And inside of this universe, there are infinite amounts of equations, mathematical equations that are occurring all the time. And this is what I call a sequence. And when a sequence is incomplete, when a sequence has not been completed yet, that's what I call a missing price sequence. Just like the golden mean, yes, Remster. And when price has completed itself, it will usually move on to the next incomplete area of price. Now you have to have a very, very, very micro and deep understanding of price movement. And it's madness. It's chaos. It's chaotic. It's basically work that I've been trying to put together for many years. Gosh, ran into so many issues and failures during that time trying to make it work, but I always kept seeing these specific patterns and sequences. And yeah, I mean, this last year I've basically spent every waking hour that I can chopping, revising my calculations, working on my math, very, very, very strict parameters for myself, and I've gotten to a pretty healthy place inside of this system, I suppose. I guess my live calls are a testament to that. I'm not going to really sit here and brag or boast. You guys can come up with your own conclusions about my work because I share everything before it happens. And that's the difference between a furu, right? So they're like, yeah, we banked huge today. I called it. Well, did you show me? Show me. I want to see a time and a price stamp. Okay, that's what I want to see. Because if not, you didn't call shit, and you're full of shit. Okay, and that's not how I operate. Okay, all of you guys know I lose like everyone else. But I'm calling everything before it happens. Like just today, I'm just gonna take one day for. Okay, I lied. Let's take 2 days. Let's take yesterday and today. I said ATAI was gonna squeeze long before it went apeshit, and it did. VKTX pre-market. I said that VKTX is very likely to hit 1052. Well, it got well below 1052. That was a great trade. FTFT said that this was going to squeeze. It has a very high chance of squeezing. And look, it squeezed huge. You don't see me attacking on the short side at all. Not once. That's because I know, statistically speaking, through data, through very long analysis and backtesting that I've done, is that FTFT, if I'm shorting, I have a very low chance of success versus if I just wait for my specific areas of distribution. See, all my trading is really accumulation and distribution. That's what the sequences are all about. So I'm calculating where a stock should distribute and where a stock should accumulate. I'm able to calculate that. And I hope you guys enjoy the work. So let me shut up and take some questions from you guys. Artov, are you using the fibs on a daily chart? Yes. I always start my analysis on the macro time frame. That's another big mistake I was making on this journey. I was always trying to look for an intraday trade with an intraday chart. Now I know that sounds normal, right? It's like, what's wrong with that? Well, for what I was looking to capitalize on, I need to go back in history for my trades and my data. So all of my trades are based around numbers. Okay, it's a series of mathematical equations that I am looking to complete. And I need previous history. That's why you don't see me trade any IPOs. That's why you don't see me trading any all-time highs, all-time lows, anything like that. I need previous data to chop for my levels. And I knew that FTFT was not a short anywhere near here today. And watch, at the time of this show, FTFT It's 10:50 a.m. Chicago time, Central Standard. FTFT is $2.54 a share. I don't think that it's done until $2.99 or $3, around that area. I really don't. So will it happen? Who knows? Who knows? But it'll be interesting if it does. I lose like everyone else. But the accuracy on some of these trades is pretty interesting. Oprah, what's up? He says, in my opinion, large caps are easier. It really depends. I'll say this: if you started in small cap land, I think you'll find that large caps are harder, and that's because, from a business standpoint, what are small caps? They're really not. Many of them are really not even legitimate companies at all. They are actually walking, talking, breathing liquidity events. Okay, they are. It's an atmosphere for said individuals to raise capital. There's really no concrete business model that so happens to be undervalued with a great product or blah, blah, blah. All the things that the CEOs try and convince you of. Versus, let me say this. There's a reason these stocks are $2, $4, $5. Okay? If they had some breakthrough product, they would not be $2. Okay? It's just very simple logic. Of course, there are anomalies to this where you see stocks that start at 40 cents and there's a buyout and they open at $15. Okay, great. That's an anomaly. You cannot sustain a career on anomaly. You cannot. You cannot. I don't care what you say. You cannot. You cannot have a sustainable, consistent career based upon anomalies. Those are anomalies. Okay, they're part of data. For all you quants out there, I myself am, I guess, a self-proclaimed quant. It's all self-proclaimed, isn't it? But yeah, that's just really an anomaly. So when you have an approach on small caps and you move into large caps, you understand, hey, this thing is not dying. It's not breaking down. Where's the dilution? They're trying to raise, or what's going on? So it's a different approach. But if you start in large caps, you might find small caps hard. You might have a long biased approach, and you might have some difficulty when you see these low float, low share price junkers, these lemons. So small caps are, they're a bunch of moldy lemons. And the CEO's trying to convince you that this is the best lemon on the planet for your lemonade. A lemonade being your trading career. And they can be if you basically do the opposite of what the CEO wants you to do. That's funny. Let's have some questions, guys. Here's what I did. I did myself a disservice, possibly. I've been answering so many questions inside the room and talking so often, sharing alerts, sharing ideas. I don't know if you guys have any more questions for me. We got to get some questions for Twitter, man. We got to help the peeps. JSpec, man, I started in big caps, slowly made my way to small caps. What do you prefer now, JSpec? Oh, pro, small cap price moves too quick. I want to move to small cap eventually. Have you seen Tesla rip? Large caps can move, man. My red losing P&L for a long time on Tesla can attest to that. Let me tell you, things can get out of hand pretty quickly. I love talking about my journey and most of all my failures. I have no insecurities whatsoever. I've never been insecure in really much of anything, because I learned from a young age that failure is really just a big silver lining. And it sucks. And I'm not saying that I didn't have a hard time trading. I had a harder time than a lot of you guys, I'm sure. I incurred a lot of losses. I incurred a lot of
FT.
sorry guys, I lost my train of thought. FTFT breaking down big here. I don't care. I'm still not shorting it. I'm not chasing it. I don't care. I incurred a lot of losses. I incurred a lot of stress and frustration. As you guys know that I've talked about on previous shows, I'm a very stubborn, fiery, fucking individual. And I like things chaotic and crazy. And I like the madness. I like it. I enjoy it. Now, you can only imagine how much trouble that can get you into in the market, right? Because the market has chaos beyond the realm of what you are comfortable with. The market has so much chaos you wouldn't believe. FTFT tanking here. Still waiting to hear if there's any, I doubt there's any sort of news. I think that the move would be more pronounced than this, but I could be wrong. Still don't see anything flying across the scanner. But yeah, guys, I like shit crazy. I always have. I always will. It's just a personality trait. I like it. I don't mind. You know, I always liked fighting. I don't mind getting beat up. It's just a little wacky. You know, I don't. I like it. And in trading, that actually got me into a lot of trouble. Taking large risks and maybe not doing my analysis as well as I should have. Lots of mistakes on my micromanaging. Lots of mistakes. And one by one, sure enough, the market spanked me over and over and over and over. Like I said on Twitter just recently, a few minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, whatever, stocks like ATAI and FTFT were really wiping me out. You know, I took a lot of losses being over aggressive and overly stubborn on things 2017, in the beginning of 2018. And I just had to pull the plug and say, listen, it's the same stocks that you're losing on every time that you're giving away weeks and months of gains on. You know, I do really well for a period of time. All of a sudden, what I would call a black swan. Fuck a black swan. Seriously. You can call anything a fucking black swan if you want to call it a black swan. Oh, it's a black swan. It's a black swan. Okay, no, stop. Where is the knowledge? Where's the information? Where's the data? All of a sudden, when you have data, it's no longer a black swan, is it? Oh, this is a black swan. Now, of course, there are things that are much crazier than what we usually see, and those may be called black swans, okay, if we were to name them. Things like BPTH and DRIVES, KBIO, PXS, Elfin, lots of things like that, right? It's not your everyday run-of-the-mill runner and fader. But there is a level of enlightenment and consciousness that can be obtained from previous data, right? So all the traders that went through DRIVES, next time they see DRIVES, they're going to be more prepared. It's no longer going to be that massive black swan, you know, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are coming. You know, it's not like that anymore, right? So when I hear the black swan, I'm like, gosh, well, how long have you been trading? If you've been trading for a year or two, you're going to think a lot more things are black swans versus if you've been trading for a decade, a lot less is a black swan. Maybe you'll have one or two black swans, right? So FTFT dumped pretty hard from 285 high down below VWAP. I don't care. I'm not shorting it. Now, if it continues to dump, then I will look tomorrow for a spike into resistance. But right here, right now, no way. Nope. No thanks. Maya says, here's a black swan. Moving clocks. It's not a specific question, but can I hit you up this weekend to show you all my trades and my problems? Yeah, you can. But if it's a shitload of it, then it's going to take me some time to work with you on that because, trust me, we get a ton of messages all day, every day. But yes, if you can compact it down to a Reader's Digest version, then that'll be easier for us. Spark notes for Micah Yo. Yeah, I don't mind talking. Guys, I've called a lot of you. Okay, I've personally called you guys. You guys know who you are. I'm not going to name names. But that's not included in the on the website. Yeah, Micah Yo might call and see, how you're doing and how he can help you improve. That's not included in the chat. It's not a bulletin point on the monthly or the annual. But I do that just to help you guys. I do that just to see how I can help you guys.
Retrace, break the 50s. Late day break though, really late day, 10:30ish. I like doing late days. What was another one? WTW, we couldn't get the shares for that, but that was another breakdown.
Punch Drunk Trader. Yeah, current thoughts on FTFT. My game plan is still the same. Okay, until it shows me otherwise.
Textbook play right here.
299 area, that's where I'm looking for a fade. I just will not be early to this. Look at what happened to short sellers who are early on FTFT all day today. No thanks. Hey, if you can make money on this, more power to you. You are a better trader than I am. Why not? I'm not the best trader around. It's a fucking joke. We're always learning. But just in my approach, in my own data, I have a very poor performance shorting against the trend. So if you can do it, do it. Follow your trade plan, right? But I can't. So I got to sit on the sidelines and wait for my edge. You guys have said many times my win rate is really high. Some of my calls are really accurate. That's actually because my screening is so in depth. I screen all my trades. The qualifications for my trades are deep and seemingly endless. I have a volume filter. I have a range filter. I have a price filter. Oh my gosh, I have so many. I have a very important macro filter that helps me identify front and backside. I have a micro intraday filter that helps me identify front and backside. And then I'm using Fibonacci, and then on top of that, I'm using my my sequence approach. So yes, I lose just like everyone else. But if you guys see that some of my trades are pretty accurate, it's because I'm only trying to take what I consider keywords, what I consider to be A+ setups. Now, how do I determine that in my data? Keeping a trading journal is paramount to success, in my opinion. That's the one thing that you can do that everyone can afford that will change the game on your trading journal. All you have to do is get Excel, reach out to a trader on Twitter, or even just Google it. A data tracking template. You know, I use a paid data tracking service, but just a cheap or a free one is great. An Excel sheet, you know, just reach out, guys, network and talk to people. Don't isolate yourselves. I know that trading is not a team sport, you know, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be this like Batman cave, you know, and you're just, at least not when you start out, at least not when you're trying to get your feet beneath you. Don't isolate yourself, guys. I'm telling you, I completely isolated myself from the community. Everyone who's listening to this knows me. They know I'm not in any freaking chat rooms. For years, I don't hang in any secret circles. I'm not anywhere. Okay? My mind and my brain is inside of my studies, my Fibonacci and my math-based approach. And that's where I've been for years. It's like, where does Micah Yo hang out at? Nowhere. Just, no. I'm not in any chat rooms. I'm nowhere. And that's because I was working on myself. Okay, I didn't want to have, I mean, how can I word this? I didn't find value in a lot of the teachings that I saw on social media. I did not want a career like that. I wanted something that spoke to me. I wanted a different approach. I didn't want to be a part of these Fugu chat rooms. And guess what? I was. So why did I go in isolation? Why did I stick to books and self-development? It's because I was in these fucking Fugu rooms. And I did get dumped on. I did lose my ass. Okay? I'm not going to name them. But you guys just use your imagination. Okay? Just use your imagination what a Fugu room looks like. And then there was me, little old Micah Yo, fucking averaging down. Messaging the moderator. What should I do? I'm down like 2-3 grand. What should I do? Oh, dude, just average down. It's gotta bounce. Really? It's gotta fucking bounce? It's gotta? Let me tell you something. It does not have to bounce. Let me tell you all something right now. It does not have to bounce. Yes. Yeah, JSpec, that's a real statement from the owner of a chat room in which I won't name. Yes, just average down. Just average down. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I was down like 3 grand. I only had like, I don't even know how much I had in the account, but I was down like 3 grand. It was a small account. And I reached out to the moderator and I tried to keep cool. I'm always pretty cool under pressure. Even when I'm losing my ass, I'm pretty cool. You know, I like chaos. You know, remember that personality trait that keeps getting me in trouble? So I messaged him and he said, hey, listen, I'm adding here. I think you should average down. You're trying to play a bounce on a stock that now, in hindsight, I know was obviously backside and was not a good place to be longing. And yeah, it was terrible. I blew the account. Like, okay, you know, and what, is it his fault? No, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Why is it not his fault? Why is it my fault? We have to take ownership. This is my career. This is my business. This is my trading business. It was a lesson learned. I needed to go through that. Some of the worst trades that I've had, let me tell you guys. 50 fucking K losses intraday. I needed to go through that. I needed it. Because after that, not immediately, of course. I didn't just have this fucking epiphany. After that, man, it was the best thing that happened to my career. It was massive losses. Guys, listen to me. Let me get up close and fucking personal for you. Okay. If you have incurred losses in your trading career, good. Good. Okay? Why do I say that? Because now you have an environment that you can learn from. You can learn from that mistake. You can figure out what you did wrong. See, we're really not paying attention when we win. At least me. Oh yeah, great trade, awesome. But when I'm losing, I'm like, what went wrong? What went wrong? I get obsessive. I want to figure out exactly what went wrong. What did I do wrong? Not what the market did wrong. What did I do wrong? The Wolf of Tampa said, "You smart," with the DJ Khaled gift. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm not the smartest guy around, but I'm the guy that you got to kill me, you know? You got to kill me. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. The market's going to humble you. Yeah, punch drunk. It can only go down to zero, buddy. Come on, Micah. It can only go down to zero, bruh. J-Spec, when I ask myself what I did wrong, it's almost like a mental mindfuck. Well, it's important that you ask yourself what you did wrong and not run away from it, you know? That's what's most important. Yeah, Andrew, unless you're shorting, then and on margin, then you have a different situation, right? So I want to answer some questions for you guys. Let me know if there's anything that I can help you with on your journey before we close shop and wait for FTFT to roast some more shorties. Let me know, how can I help you in your career? Or have I helped you in your career? Have I helped you on your journey? Show of hands, let me know. Has me talking about my failures as a trader helped you? Because that's really what it is. We can sit and fucking speculate on all the things I've done right in my fucking career. No, shut up. What have you done wrong that you can convey to others to help them? Oh, I did this right, and I did that right, and I did this right. Well, what have you done wrong? That's very, very important. Very. What have you done wrong? FTFT, do you know why? Do you know why I'm not shorting today? Because I've been wrong on these trades for years. For years. I've been wrong. I've been fucking wrong, okay? Get it in your head. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. That's it. Now, embrace it. Okay. You say, all right, I'm wrong. All right. I own it. I own it. I own it. I own it. Now, why am I wrong? See, like, the denial has to stop. The denial has to stop. Oh, everything's okay. There's not a leak in my ship. You know, we're smooth sailing. We're smooth sailing, man. We're not sinking. Oh, that leak right there, it's nothing. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. When you're on the ocean and you see water coming through the hole, you know, you're saying it's nothing? Why should trading be any differently? We have to identify and accept that what we're doing is not working at the time. It's very important, guys. Listen, please. You don't have to listen to anything that I say, okay? You don't have to listen to jack shit. But take it from a guy who's incurred a lot of turbulence on his journey before these top ticks and bottom ticks and these accurate, you know, alerts or whatever, the accuracy of the, you know, the sequencing. Take it from a guy that was losing on all of these mega runners. It's just, that's why we're here, right? To learn from each other. Punchstrung says big yes on the help in his career. Trader X says thumbs up. Andrew says helped kept him from blowing up. BS Faith says yes. Drunk Stock says definitely. Gino says yes. No, Opro, I don't have a limit for number of trades per day. No. Overtrading is really, there's really no such thing as overtrading if you're following a designated trade plan. The overtrading is coming when you're no longer following the trade plan and you are revenge trading, looking to make losses back, fear of missing out. That's really where the overtrading comes from. But if you have a set game plan for these things, I think that that's healthy. You know, you can trade 100 times a day, although it's pretty crazy. But if you're following your approach, who's to say that that's wrong? You have data to show that that's right. Miko says, the biggest thing I did wrong, probably trying to catch falling knives. So that was Miko's issue. Me was trying to take the top. Where's the top? Where's the top? Moving clocks, try to trade patterns I don't really know. We're all guilty of that. Pro, shorting frontside is a must avoid for me. Absolutely. Me too. JSpec, do you ever get in on panic pops for short? The panic pop short is something that Matt really capitalizes on, and me not so much. I'm looking for bigger picture analysis. I really like to wait for things that I think are going to break down pretty, let's trigger some people, pretty bigly, pretty huge, bigly. But of course, some things can panic when you're looking to short them, and that's really just early shorts panicking out, which is spiking the stock, which is also longs piling in, and then it, you know, spikes into resistance, and it usually fades from there. So that's the dynamic of the short squeeze. C.H. Doyle, a resounding yes. He says, a resounding yes. You have helped me in my journey. Thank you. Investosaurus Rex, I like that. That is a witty handle. Yes, helpful. Thank you. Opro, thanks, Micah. I clearly see what I did wrong the last 2 days. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your attendance and your support. There's a lot of people that tune into these shows, and I think that it's helpful for well, I hope it's helpful for you, but I think that it's helpful for me. The Wolf of Tampa, can you do the girlfriend voice that's down on a trade again? Why won't you help me? Yeah, we're gonna not. This one's for YouTube, guys. I try not to piss off the community, okay? I'm trying not to piss off the community. You see the comments, okay? You got all these fucking weirdos that are like, Micah Yo, why'd you say this? Why'd you say that? Oh, why'd you say that? Oh, I hate you. Fuck off. Andrew P., Game of Thrones this Sunday. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to get all my work done before the weekend so that when I watch Game of Thrones, I will have a clear mind. I will not be thinking about the Excel sheets that I need to update. I will not be thinking about the watch list that I need to update for next week. I have a clear mind, right? Were you guys the kids that did your homework Friday night so that you can go and go crazy on the weekend? Because if I said I was, I'd be freaking lying. I'd be lying. Exactly. MR8 said no, Sunday night at 1. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Punch Drunk. Boo hoo hoo to the trolls. I got people that are subscribed on my YouTube channel that I post the Micah Yo Show, and before they've even watched it, they're giving it a thumbs down. Good for you, like I give a shit. Holy shit, you're a miserable fucking human being. If you're in Chicago, New York, Chicago, Boston, stop by the ATT store for AR demo of Game of Thrones, magicleap.com. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll review and check that out, maybe. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna head on out. I hope that this has been informative and valuable to you guys. This is maybe a rated R show. I'll let Twitter know this is 18 plus maybe. We're adults here. You can't take some F-bombs, then you may not make it trading. I'll just be honest with you. You gotta have some thick skin, man. You gotta see through the bullshit. You gotta get some calluses on your hands, and you really gotta go to work and put in the hours. And yeah, we keep it real. There's no like, oh, everyone's a winner. You win and I win and we win and we all win and we all love each other because we all win and no one ever loses and whatever. No, it's just like, come on, man. This is hard. Trading is hard. It's not easy. Okay, you have to have the right tools. You have to learn from your mistakes. You have to stay objective and unbiased. You have to keep an open mind. There's a lot of factors. You have to be tough. J-Spec, always a pleasure, my dude. Investosaurus Rex, Gold Star. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the kind words. You know what? Do me a favor. If, yeah, G. Holmes, at least need a participation trophy. I participated. I showed up. Didn't I? Don't I get anything for that? It's like, holy shit. This whole participation bullshit is this new, like, millennial bullshit. And guess what? I'm a millennial, too. But I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, and I know I'm sounding like the grandpa right now, back in my day, but no, really, back in my day, there was no participation trophies. Are you kidding me? Yeah, just go to the Olympics and everyone's gonna get a trophy because you showed up. You showed up to try out for the Olympics. Oh, you didn't make it? You didn't make it to the... Oh, no worries. Here's a trophy. Here's a gold medal because you showed up. It's like, that's not what we work for. That's not how life works. You know, if you go to your job and you don't do your job, well, you got to go. Right? It's not like, well, I think we're going to make you the CEO because you've been showing up every day and sitting on your phone. But you know what? I'm going to make you the CEO. All right, guys, I'll shut up now. If you guys enjoyed this, then when it comes out later, give it a thumbs up. And we kept it real today, as always. And I hope through my failures and the mistakes that I've made that I can help you guys. Okay? That's my goal. So thank you all for your time. Thank you all for... Punchtruck says he loves me. I love you too, Broski. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll catch you later. Private message me if you have any questions about anything. And like I said, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up when it hits YouTube if you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. See ya.